Okay, let's take a look at this 52 sure will come up chemistry question. Okay, the equation for the reaction between dilute sulfuric acid and aqueous sodium hydroxide is shown. What is the volume of sulfuric acid that is required to neutralize sodium hydroxide? So from this equation, we know that acid is reacting with base. So this process is a neutralization process, right? Okay. So how to solve this question? Okay, so for me, I always extract all the information from the question. Okay, so this is the volume for sulfuric acid. So volume for sulfuric acid is 0.25 mole per dm cubic. Okay, and then there is another information, but this one is for sodium hydroxide. First, this is the volume for sodium hydroxide. Volume for sodium hydroxide is 20 cm cubic, and then the concentration for sodium hydroxide is 0.10 mole per dm cubic. Okay, so let's go back to the real question. The question asks you to calculate the volume for sulfuric acid. So what I always do is I will find what is the compound or the reagent that I need to compare. Since the question is asking about sulfuric acid, and the question also give information about another compound, which is sodium hydroxide, I know that I need to compare these two. So H2SO4 compare with NaOH. Okay. Since we know that we need to compare H2SO4 and NaOH, actually what we are comparing, we need to compare the molar ratio. So how to find the molar ratio? You just compare the coefficient in this equation. So H2SO4, the coefficient 1, NaOH 2. Right? Okay. Okay, next step is you need to find the number of mole. Can you find the number of mole for H2SO4? Cannot, because to find number of mole, which is N, you need the value for concentration and volume. Can you calculate the number of mole for sodium hydroxide? Yes, because we have the volume and the concentration. Okay, next step, find the number of mole for NaOH. Okay, so in this case, 20 times 0.10. 20 is the V, 0.10 is the concentration. But you see here, concentration, it is mole per dm cubic, but this one is cm cubic. So you convert this one first. So to convert cm cubic to dm cubic, you need to divide by 1000. Okay. So when you do calculation, you will see that the number of mole for sodium hydroxide is 2 times 10 to the power of negative 3 mole. Okay. Since the ratio is 2 to 1, the number of mole for H2SO4 will be 1 times 10 to the power of negative 3 mole. Okay. The question asks you to find volume, right? Now you have the number of mole, and they also give you the this one is concentration. Okay, so we have concentration. So to find V equals to number of mole divided by concentration. So the number of mole for H2SO4 is 1 times 10 to the power of negative 3. The concentration is 0.25. Okay, so the volume for H2SO4 is 4 times 10 to the power of negative 3 dm cubic. But all the answers are in cm cubic, meaning that you need to convert it back to cm by multiplying it with 1000. Okay, so this one cancel. We know that the answer is 4 cm cubic. Okay, so that's how you secure 1 mark for this MCQ question.